Hi guys, in today's video we will recap osmosis and talk about the water pathways in plants, then we'll talk about the transpiration stream, and we will finish with an exam style question.
Osmosis is defined as the movement of water from an area of high water potential to an area of low water potential. And water potential is a measure of how likely water is to move to or from a certain area. It's denoted by the Greek symbol psi, and it's measured in kilopascals. Pure water has a high water potential of 0, and this means that water wants to move away from areas that have pure water in them. If you start adding solutes and build a concentrated solution up, your water potential becomes more negative, and these values are in kPa, understandably. So what does osmosis actually do? Well, if you put a cell into a solution or a solvent with a very high water potential, so in this case pure water, because the water potential on the inside of the cell is lower than the water potential outside the cell, water moves in, and this causes the cell to become turgid, and that's because plant cells have cell walls, so they can withstand the pressure that the water puts on the cell, so they don't burst, unlike animal cells. In contrast, if we put the cell into a very concentrated solution, because the water potential outside the cell is lower than the water potential inside the cell, water moves out. And this leads to a process called plasmolysis, which is where the plasma membrane of the cell starts to break away from the cell wall, and this leads to a flaccid cell. Now, water, as well as moving directly in or out of a cell, can move from cell to cell. So here we have a cell with a higher water potential than this one. Water is therefore going to move in this direction. And this is basically how water moves from the outside of a root into the xylem, which, remember, is in an X in the middle of the root. So water can take a number of pathways from the outside of the root to the inside, and in order to understand them, we also need to understand how the cells in the root are actually connected. So the cells are not just discrete blocks, they actually contain these cytoplasmic bridges, which are called plasmodesmata, the singular of which is plasmodesma. So basically there are 3 pathways. Water can either move by the apoplast pathway, which is where it sort of goes in between the cells through cell walls. There's also the symplast pathway, which is where water goes through the cytoplasms of cells.
Hey guys, to continue watching this video completely free and unlock hundreds of other super concise and exam board specific A-level biology videos, just click the button. Join me today and together let's make A-level biology a walk in the park.